Hey guys, what's up? JD from JDTechTV here, and this is my desk setup for 2018. Now, I wanted to keep it pretty minimal and clean while still staying true to my nerd roots. The goal was to create something that from afar would look beautiful and functional, but when you get closer, you would see exactly how much of a geek haven this setup really is. The desk is an Ikea desk, which is the Linneman tabletop in oak and white, with the white Godwin legs, which is incredibly minimal, incredibly simplistic, and when it comes to Ikea desks, a timeless classic. Now, this chair didn't come with the desk, but it might as well have. Its simplistic, minimal design with the white and oak combo makes for a perfect fit for the desk. It's not flashy, but it's very comfortable and very clean. But keeping this desk setup clean was a challenge as there's no built-in cable management on this desk, so if you want to keep that invisible look, hiding all the wires, you're gonna have to get creative. There's lots of ways to do this, but since I wanted to mount some lighting strips on the back, I had to find another place to keep the cords hidden. So using some cable management plates and some gaffer's tape combo, I found a way to keep everything nice and tidy. Sure, when looking at it from this angle, it doesn't look super pretty, but when you're looking at the desk from literally any other position, it definitely doesn't look super bad.
I am McLovin.
Now, in the center of all this is some stylish tech from Native Union, which I have turned into the ultimate 3-in-1 charging setup. First in the trio is their two-tone click canvas case for the iPhone X. That cloth back combined with its simple edges makes for a perfect addition to the setup, and its color pairs perfectly with Native Union's wireless charging pad. Unlike other wireless chargers, this one is lined with rubber on the top to help your phone stay in place while charging, as well as protecting that glass back from scratching. Now, the final piece of the charging trinity is the most badass cable management device I have ever seen. With a single tap on the top, you can turn on and off the small light on the bottom. Now, it doesn't give off a lot of light, but it definitely gives a cool look. But giving it a double tap reveals its secret. That's right, the center automatically pops up and you can wrap your cables around the center, clearing any and all cable clutter off of your desk. There are 3 USB charging ports on the inside, so you're not just hiding the cables, but you're using this as a charging port for 3 devices as well. Moving up, we have arguably the most striking feature in the setup, this LG 29UM68P ultra-wide IPS monitor. But for real, can I get a quick thumbs up for that wallpaper? It is gorgeous, and yes, I will make sure to link that down below, along with everything else in this setup. Now, the real estate on this thing borders on the insane, and it's definitely not for everybody, but it has its perks for people who want to run a split screen on one monitor, or for those like me who edit video, because the amount of timeline you have access to at once on the screen is absolutely magical. Now, the downside of this monitor is that it's not 4K, it doesn't have a USB-C port to run everything off of one wire, and its speakers are just okay. But all those downsides I'm completely comfortable with, considering that a monitor this beautiful is under 250 bucks. It does come with a stand, but why would you use one of those when you can make your monitor look like it's floating with a Vivo mount? This mount can attach to any desk and allow you to adjust your monitor to any orientation that you choose, without having to drill into the wall or your desk. Now, of course, a monitor is no good without a computer to go with it, so I'm using a 2017 15-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar, maxed out with a 2.9 quad-core i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 1 terabyte flash drive in space gray. This thing is pure lightning, but it's a little pricey, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for the average user, as it's more spec'd out as a video editing machine. And of course, with the new Macs comes the issue with the lack of ports, so jumping on that dongle life is a must. I use one from Moken that gives me 2 USB 3.0 ports, an SD and micro SD slot, and an HDMI port if I need it. But regardless of the model you pick up, you can be like me and wrap yours in some skins from D-Brand to really make it stand out. Which, speaking of stands, I'm using this dual stand from Jarlink for my MacBook Pro, which I think matches the aesthetic for the desk perfectly, and it even has this little space in the front to store your keyboard. I'm not terribly picky with my keyboards, but I tend to like to keep it pretty simple, so the standard Apple wireless keyboard works perfectly fine for me. However, I am extremely picky about the mouse that I use. For me, it's the Logitech MX Master or nothing at all. I still use the MX Master 1 as the 2S didn't upgrade enough to entice a purchase out of me, but the features of the MX Master is unmatched by the competition on every level when it comes to video editing. And keeping it in the Logitech family, I use the Logitech MX Sound for my desk speakers. Not only do they fit in perfectly with this setup, but the design is absolutely beautiful in its simplicity. They offer some really great bass and a nice warm sound, which aren't necessarily ideal for video editing because that's what headphones are for, but they are amazing for listening to music, watching YouTube videos, TV shows, or a movie. You can use these as desktop speakers or just Bluetooth speakers that you can place throughout the house, but having that option for Bluetooth on a desk setup is absolutely amazing because, you know, less wires. Now I'm sure if I ended the video here without talking about that sweet Star Wars minimal artwork on the wall, somebody would lose their minds in the comment section. And yes, that is C-3PO, Luke, and R2-D2 with the no-look point action. And I got them on Etsy about 5 years ago, and I completely doubt that they are still there. However, I will go searching down the deep web to try to find them for you.
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
But if I can't find them, I will make sure to link some awesome alternative artwork down in the description below that I'm thinking about picking up myself. Next we have that sweet Justin Mahler designed Darth Vader mousepad, a YouTube standard succulent, and of course the smoothest Funko doll in the galaxy that belongs on every desk setup, the Lando figurine.
Hello, what have we here?
And lastly, the desk light that I'm using is a white touch lamp in that Pixar Luxo style from Target that I got on clearance. So I'm not sure if they carry it anymore, but if not, I will make sure to try to find one on Amazon that's pretty close to that. On the right is a Mainstays white paper floor lamp that really sets off the whole setup with this beautiful diffused light. It's minimal, sleek, and can give you some really nice options on lighting, especially if you're using some colored light bulbs. Well, that's it. That's everything on my desk setup for 2018. And if you think that I should continue making desk setup videos, sound off in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, make sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you soon. Oh man, I wonder if I did a video like without my glasses and see like if anybody noticed. They'd probably go crazy in the comment section like, oh, you look so much older, you got bags under your eyes, which is literally the exact reason why I wear glasses in the first place, so.